Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I've just been playing with scraps for like the last week, except for like Thursday when my hand gave up. I had a whole song and everything. You want to hear it? On the fourth day of a productive week, my right hand said to me, "I quit. I'm not doing anymore." Yeah, I could bend my fingers about this far on Thursday. Fortunately, it just lasted one day. But today, I've got TMJ, so I don't know how much talking I'll actually want to do. But I've just been trying to use up scraps and whatnot. Do I like that there if I put that there? I don't hate it. I can maybe do that. So I've got this, one of my dad's, Gail uses these, the Medicare workbook, or whatever, benefits book. So when my dad gets a new one, he gives me his old one. That was all, Gail's idea. That's what she does. But what's nice about working in a book is if you are just going through your scraps and maybe you don't want to do one page at a time, you can kind of skip through. And when you pick up a scrap, put it on another page if it doesn't work on that page. And then that way I can just kind of work through my scraps. Yeah, that doesn't go perfectly. There's some orange up here though. That probably won't even be in the same place. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I need a little strip of something up there. Do I want that? I just need a little something. That works for me. Just take off the top of this label, which I think some of these are digital, some of these are just kind of like painty papers and whatnot. So yeah, part of my problem right now is, yes, I can talk, but my energy level might not be quite, where I'd like it to be for doing a video. I can talk, but, I can't, usually when the page, I can't chew food. I tried to have a protein bar this morning. I tortured myself for the first half of the protein bar, and then I was just like, nope, not gonna happen. All right, so I've just kind of been doing these one right after the other for now because I'm trying to use up this book. And so I'm doing pages on the back that can be written on, and that way I can cut them up. In fact, I've got a few done, so hopefully we'll cut some on camera, because that's kind of a fun part of it. I have a little scraper, and yes, you can see the words through, but that's not a big deal. You can't see them like super well. You can just kind of see them. Oh, that's kind of cute. So I'm just taking scraps that can be written on, basically. There's no right or wrong about what you use. Some people actually use decorative scraps on both sides, and that is fine too. So I have what I do in these books basically is collage on them and then cut them down so they could be considered masterboards. Which side do we like better? Doesn't really matter. Kind of like this little grungy bit. I mean, that grungy bit's nice too. It's a problem if you have things that look decent on both, that you like on both sides. You gotta choose, So I don't worry about a glue book when I'm just like on the parts that are gonna get glued on anyway. Glue book meaning, my glue pages off to the side so that I don't get stuff all over my desk and whatnot. Let's see. Probably can do this one over here. Ooh, like that side for grunginess. Not that this one's terribly grungy. So, I hope everybody is doing well. I think I'll put that up there. Sometimes with a glue stick you have a couple seconds to move it if you need to. Ooh, I just found out that there's a knife I can get. I ordered it. It should come tomorrow. It's like an L shape, so that it's less pressure on your hands. Because one of the things I've been unhappy about is that I can't really cut vegetables and stuff. That's cardstock. Well, the other side of this is green, but with this It's fine. It doesn't clap. I don't really need a piece that big though, so why am I worried about it? All right, I think we'll put this piece here and then find some smaller pieces. Yeah, this part's not as exciting, but if I don't do it now, then there's a chance that I'll never do it. Like, if I don't do it now, it's gonna sit there in a box waiting to get done, and I may never get to it. So I figure if I do it now, that's cardstock, then we should be good to go. So I don't suppose that this is big enough right here. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Ouch. Sorry, if I smile, it hurts. It's my life today. Usually, I can still at least eat when I have like a TMJ flare-up, but not today. Today, if I can get something that's long enough so that I don't have to add 2 pieces, that'd be great. But the chances of that are increased when you find a good piece. Okay. The gloves are making me hot, but I kind of need them because I don't want another day like Thursday. Okay, and I'm trying to figure out how to hold this roller in a way that's not going to hurt my thumb, but I've not yet figured it out. Because this thumb, I hyperextend it on the ruler, especially since the ruler is kind of warped. So yeah, that's not so fun. All right, I just want a prettier decollage kind of a thing. So I've considered like buying the chopper. Oh, and there's some tools that I can no longer use. I found out, like my corner rounder. So I'm not sure how my eyelet setter is going to be working, but I do have like the big one that you could just push down. But at least this week anyway, I can't use it. I don't have the hand strength anymore. So, you know, if that ability doesn't come back, that may end up in a D-stash box. Oh, I think I told you guys about, you know, I applied for, you know, makeover with Cass at Clutterbug, which I don't expect to be the lucky recipient for multiple reasons. I'm not going to stress about it, but just know that, you know, whether I get accepted or not, I have not made my pass through my studio this year like I usually do. I usually, once a year, will go through and declutter a lot. So there will be some D-stash boxes coming up when I do that, and I'll try to do as much on screen as I can. Hey, we don't mind teal and red, right? That's kind of a fun, I don't know, I'm just trying to use these up. I'm not sure why I did this. I guess I was trying to get rid of some big pages, and I was just like, well, I'll just do them in the middle of the page and work around them. I'm not sure that was, I don't know. I'll find out when I cut them up. But I keep covering up more of them than I probably was planning to. So there's that. Put that. Change my mind. I reserve the right to change my mind. So yeah. So yep, not feeling the energy right now, but that's okay. Gonna give myself some grace. If I re-listen to it later and it's really bad, then I'll just be like, yep, you know what? I'm just gonna, I don't know why. I'm just going to do a voiceover. Probably won't do a voiceover because that's just more work. That's one of the envelopes. So I've got a bunch of finished ephemera. That's kind of happening. I kind of think I kind of come across. Ooh, I want to make some more of this paper too. I use what are they called? I wanted that to be higher. I don't want to totally cover that though. So, no, that's all. Nat Geo, National Geographic books. That's what I'm trying to say. So that, and to make the pages. So I'm thinking I may want to make those again sometime. I don't hate that color-wise, but I want something in the corner. Also, we have these grungy little tag things, which I could put on there as a tag. I don't have a hole punch right now to cut that out though, and that might kind of bug me. But I could also just tear it off there and just use that. Actually, don't mind that. Let's do it this way. I don't mind that at all. I don't want to cover that. We can put something else there. All right, there we go. That's figured out. Ooh, and there's some, is it the right red? It's an orange. It's not terrible. All right, let's use that too. Might tear it up. Yeah, some of these pages that I put like this big piece in the middle are just not turn. I don't know how they're going to turn out till I cut them. Maybe I should try one. But yeah, like I said, this was the same size, and you see I've cut out a lot of that. I mean, I've covered. Oh my word, words are hard. Words are hard. Okay, why? So when glue stick fails you, you just go to your wet glue. And sometimes when you cut these down to smaller pieces, you have to come in with some of your wet glue anyway, and that takes, this is the Barely Arts glue, which I like fine, and it gives you a little bit more time, but then you also have to like hold it down longer because it does not dry as fast as art glitter glue, but I like it fine. I mean, cost-wise, it's probably about the same. Let's go this way. Yep, I think that'll work. Do a couple of these on there. I cannot remember where this particular digital came from, but if you want to know, just do a timestamp and say, hey, timestamp, you just, you know, like whatever it's like right now, what is it, 11:52. So just do 11:52 and say, where did you get that digital from? And I will look it up in my Etsy and see where I purchased it from. Because I'm nice like that. I won't always remember to do it initially. How do I feel about that? It's be upside down. Do we care if it's upside down? Or we could do it if we do it sideways, it won't matter. Which means covering up more of that, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, but now we have some red and some other colors in there. And it'll all kind of coordinate because we got 3 of the same pieces on there. What else do we want on here? See, now I've got this in all weird kind of ways. Let's follow that horizon. This one's got I think it's got like a thin layer of a translucent, transparent paint, and then has sanding on it. I'll have to, if you want me to, I will totally link that video. I know there's a video of me making those papers, and I will do another video before long if I'm able to use the sanding, the sanding paper, sandpaper. It's called sandpaper. Oh my god, it's so wrong with me. Do I want to just do a little bit of some blue plaid? Why not? Why not? How far in do I want to go? About that far in. Do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then I can just cut that off. And do that. That's an easy way to tear it. You just fold it, crease it, and tear it up. Hey, blue plaid, it's gotta work anywhere, right? For the most part. Whoops. I'm using junk mail as my glue pages because I'm up in my living room still. I haven't gone back down to my studio. Probably won't go down there until I'm ready to start working in there, or if I do some gel plate printing, because I have some, you know, papers that I want to use up, and gel plate printing is a good way to use those up. All right, I've got one more corner section here, and I think I will just go ahead and, nope, that's not long enough. I will do a little piece of this though. I need to find a ruler that is not so painful. You know, I might just go all the way across on that so that there's a little bit, so that there's more, because this is a lot of space up here. I also would like to go downstairs and grab my box of layering bits, because I would not mind putting some labels and tickets and whatnot, like interspersed on here. If you watch Gail, you'll know what I'm talking about, because she's been doing that. Well, she's been using like basically all the extra labels and stuff is what she did today for Scrappy Saturday. But that would be kind of fun to use also. All right, I'm gonna pause you guys while I do the back, because that's kind of boring, and then I'll unpause when it's time to do the next one. I found this piece, and so I'm gonna stick it on here. Just kind of takes away that sharp corner there, and then I just have this little strip left here. Yes, I got distracted. That'll happen. Distractions will happen. I only need half of that. I do like when I have like bigger pieces, so I don't have to glue as many pieces on the back. I mean, you could even take a whole sheet of tea dyed paper or coffee dyed paper or whatever and just glue it right on there. If it's the same size. I might have liked this side be up, but that's okay. And we don't need perfectly matching pieces either. I mean, blues and greens are fine. I did not know that. You know that there's like a rule you're not supposed to put blue and green next to each other? Like you're supposed to have a color in between or something? I don't know. I saw that on Facebook today. But you guys know me. I don't follow rules. I mean, if I know any rules, it's only so that I can then break them. This one's almost done. I just need that one piece up there. So let's just go for blue plaid, because that's what we've got sitting over here. Where's the, oh, there it is. I think I need a ruler with a string on it so that I could maybe stop losing it so much. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ooh, we've got this piece here that could kind of go in here somewhere, maybe. Talking about labels, maybe even like that. Little ticket thing from one of my, I think it's from one of my kits. Only know that because it's got like the flower background thing happening. Maybe I'll just put it right there. And then like this piece here was from Carrie Griffiths, aka Carrie the Crafter. Do I want it there? Do I want it? I'll just put it there. It's fine. Who knows where it'll end up. He had some digitals that were like collage, and then I kind of like cut them apart to make. See, there's another one with a big thing in the middle. Let's see. I'm gonna pause again while I do the back of this. Ooh, speaking of the pieces from Carrie's kit, here's one here. Which way do we want to go with it? It's got a little bit orange in it, so that works out nicely. Oh, so how are you guys doing? What have you been up to? Trying to beat the heat? Most of the places that are watching are just trying to beat the heat, I have no doubt. I could have cut that down and put it in a couple places, but it's fine. It's fine. This piece actually might be nice. Ah. Ruler. I was trying to grab the ruler. Oh my word, why is that so hard to do? I'm going to tear that down a little bit more. I don't need a huge piece of it. Just enough to cover there. And then I can also put some somewhere else. And I'm not worried if some of these have the deckled edge rip, some of these just have a straight rip, some of these are cut. I'm not bothered. That's not gonna bother me. Whoops, well, that might irritate me a little bit, but it won't bother me. It's fine, everything's fine. I'll just come off the edge with that piece. I grabbed some glue when I was downstairs, and I grabbed some of my box of, I call them layering bits. So that's where like all my like other little pieces. So hopefully we'll add some of that. I'm thinking maybe add this here. Why not? Good a place as any. There's a little bit of orange in that plaid. Not a ton, but there's some. I can see where the top of this page is. Don't need to go past the edge. That's just silly. Could have grabbed my bigger, whatever this is called, scraper. That might have been helpful. Anything else on here that would look nice with that? I think I'll grab out this piece because it does have some orange, and I do like that aspect of it. And then the book pages that I used in this digital were antique, so they're out of the public domain. So I was able to use them in the digital. That's always nice to be able to do. Alright, let's go ahead and do this one this way maybe. Have the orange be up against the orange. So, well, plus orange and blue, they're crossed on the color wheel, so they work nicely. Especially like a rusty orange and a navy blue, you know, the muted versions kind of the colors. I'm not worried if I do go over this because, you know, it'll just make it more interesting, hopefully. What else? Oh, that's got some orange. We don't, I mean, teal and blue next to each other are fine. Let's maybe go, oh, we can cut it down. That will probably help some. Ooh, we can even, this has more blue on it on this side, so we can just do that. Would be a nice piece right there. Sometimes you just cut it. See, this was two-sided, so I had to like decide which side I wanted to use unless I was going to use it as a page in a journal. And I guess I decided, ouch, 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 that I was going to use it in collage and make a choice and then rip it. That's fun. It's alright, we'll just cover that with this. No big deal. If it rips, you just cover it. No big deal. No big whoop. Should we? Well, let's wait. That's a small piece. Might be able to find a place for it. Ooh, let's repeat that one. And we'll have coordinating pieces. So yeah, in my last video, I think I asked for ideas of things to sell in the live sale. And one person, I don't know if I say who it was, because they said it in a private message, so I was like, maybe not, suggested that I cut pieces, like all the same size, of background ephemera. Oh, I said this already, didn't I? Oh my word, I'm repeating myself. What is wrong with me? Nothing's really wrong with me. Okay, lots is wrong with me. Who are we kidding? So yeah, so that's the plan. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry for repeating myself. Although sometimes people like that, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the repetition, but that's just me. We'll just overlap that a little bit. It's fine. I do like when they overlap the pieces. Just gives it more. I do not like when they all line up perfectly. Like, I would rather this come over a little bit and not be lined up. So, it's not a rule. It's just my preference. You do you, boo. You guys do what you like to do. Got the Costco mailer here for some glue page. Do we want to stick this on here? I mean, I don't know that it goes, but I don't really care. It's a piece and I want to use it. Get it off my table. It's been sitting there. All right, see, and I'm going to come down a little bit with it so that it's not lined up with that. Personal preference. Personal preference. Personal preference. What if we just do that? No, it's kind of big. And then if we have like circles like this, we could always like come in. That could even be on like the back side or the front side. They're kind of big and they don't really, I was going to say they don't really go on here, but they could. It's got a weird green that I don't like. Okay. Ooh, do we want to add like, no, that doesn't work. Do you want to sit here with me while I hum and haw over if I like stuff or not? Let's just break that up right there. I don't think there's orange in that. Some of these pieces have orange, but not this one, but that's okay. It's got the navy blue and the violet, so it works. I say it works. And if I say it works, then it must work, right? That's a little too red. That's too plain. That's too green. Do we want more orange up here? I mean, we do like the bold font. Let's see. That's too red. Maybe a little bit of, we don't have any white on here whatsoever, but do we care? No, we don't. What if we put that down there and then do a thin strip of something over there? Just trying to fill in the spots now. And a little strip of something. A little strip of something. I mean, it's not the same orange. That's okay. It doesn't have to be the same orange. It doesn't have to be, but that doesn't mean I don't want it to be. Let's see. No, I don't want that. I mean, that's more red violet, but I think that could potentially work. Oh my gosh, about to lose. I don't have a, this is like a small workspace here. It's not so much of what I'm used to being able to use here. All right, let's get some of this violet with the blue and some overlapping, and it'll be fine. Look at that, another page ready to go. Now let's go back to the original pages, the ones that I did off screen and the ones I did on screen. And I'm gonna pause for a second. We're gonna make way for the layering pieces. Now these pieces are too big. These are like top layer pieces, so they're not gonna work. But these little pieces here, they work. There's also other things in this box that don't belong here. That was from, who's this from? What does that say? A wonderful friend and support. You're such a wonderful inspiration to me. I'm not totally sure what that says, but that's pretty. Let's see. Oh, we got all these extra. See, things get put in here that aren't supposed to be in here. Although that's a label that could work as that's a layering piece. And then there's all these little bits from my aunt that are just thrown in here, including little grasses. But then there's these black labels. They could work. Oh, little round music pieces. That's good layering bits. Ooh, I think we used colors similar to that, so these are also good layering bits. All right, what's in here? These little pieces will be fun to add. So let's pull those out and pull out, maybe not the fairy because I don't want to break the fairy in half. Some labels. Stamps are a good layering bit. Like this little save the date ticket's a little thick. So is that one, but they could still work. Some labels, more labels. What else can work? Definitely labels. That's from somebody. It's little flowers. It's a little bit thicker, but some of these are. That's okay. I'll just use the stronger glue to glue those on. That piece there might be fun. Tickets might be fun. Little strips of graph paper could be fun. Frames could be, oh, frames could be fun. Do I have any that are already have the middle cut out? Because that one's a little bit on the thick side. Alright, let's use a couple of frames just for fun. And I'll cut out the middles. Maybe that one too. Maybe all of them. Just use up the frames. Why not? I'm in a framing kind of mood. Let's see. That's just scraps. Got some lace. Probably won't use that. That Monopoly money, that could be good in layering. Oh, but numbers, those are really fun for layering. Coupons, more numbers, numbers and labels. They could be done afterwards, or they could be done on this part. One of Rachel's labels, and then I also have like these. I need to use them into digital someday, but for right now, I have them to use on my pieces, but sometimes they're a little bit gray, so I did do like an amber version. I changed the color of them at some point. More labels. Numbers are always fun. Label like that is fun. Ticket kind of thing like that is good. Alright, I think we got enough stuff. A little oval. let's just start gluing stuff on and making it fun. Oh, we've got some turquoise, so let's grab Louise's labels. What's this? More labels. That's just like a letter like that. I think I have the right size punch to cut that out even. Some of these are a little bit big, but they could still work fine. These are good. That one's good. All right, we just need to get started. All right, stop now. It's time to stop. All right, ooh, yeah. Little strip right there. Ah, ooh, ooh, ee, ooh, ah. All right, move that out of the way. And I'm going to pause while I cut out the middle of these frames. I think they will be fun to use on the collage, and then you can see how, that's the used up one, how, oh, that flower might be good too. Oh my word, how they look cut up too once we do that part. Okay, for this part, you don't need to overthink it, or you can overthink it. It's totally up to you. This has like, I don't want to rip it when I do a glue stick, so I'm just going to use my Fairly Arts glue on it. I need an easy squeeze bottle. This is not, it is not terribly hard to squeeze, but one-handed it's a little bit. Don't lose that. I'm just overlapping some areas here. This frame will get cut when I cut down these down to smaller pieces of ephemera. And that is perfectly fine. And then I had a piece that I was thinking of layering even on top of that. It's about layers. Everything's about layers in my world, apparently. I like layers, and I cannot lie. I had a piece for there. Oh, here it is. This piece right here I thought might be just fine going over that. Is this the right? No, that's not the right. That's not the right glue. That one's gone. That one's gone, lady. Stop trying to use the gone glue. The G sound hurts, by the way. Let's stop using words with the letter, with the hard G. Alright, I'm just going to kind of, actually going to come down a little bit just to cover. Oh, nope, I'm going to come over. There. That way. It just kind of, nope, that doesn't work for me either. I'm going to come over a little bit more. There we go. I was going to go over the frame, but now I'm not. I don't know why. I say don't overthink it, and then I proceed to overthink it. So if you're like me and you have in the past bought packs of vintage ephemera, now's the time to use them. Or the pieces that come in the free kits, like this one comes in my 1000 giveaway, I think is where that one was, is part of that. And then I also have a 5000 member subby giveaway. So, you know, go check those out if you are looking for like frames. The 5K giveaway had frames for sure. And of course this layer would be a layer you might want to, you might not want to ink your edges. This would be a good layer to start inking edges. It's a little tedious to do it on the first layer, a little bit more fun to do it on this layer maybe. Ooh, look at that. That first one is like the right color. Let's just stick it right there. It might get cut in half, but we're okay. But that's fine. If it does, it does. Oh, I'm just gonna, there, right there. Any other, oh, look, orange. Oh my goodness, we're just gonna whip through these at this rate. One by one, just gonna, I don't know which way it's gonna get cut. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna turn things different ways. If they're sideways on the tag, we're not gonna worry about it. Okay, so we've added some things to that one. And this one could definitely use a little bit of, look at that, yellow dandelion. I know exactly where I want to put that. Let's hope that it, and their background, they may end up getting covered up. It's okay. Don't worry about it. That one looks kind of Christmassy, even though it's a magnolia, so we're going to wait on that one. That one looks fall, but it's green and orange, and might be perfect on this one, actually. It's got good colors that are just right there, or right. I'm overthinking it. I say don't overthink it, and then what do? It's a fern. A fern, a poppy, poppy? I think so. Butterflies. Where we don't have to worry too much about this. It's not pink. No, we're not doing pink right now. Not right now. Oh, that owl's. Okay, so like these vellum pieces, I would probably do on a top layer, or if I did them on this layer, try the butterfly. I'm not sure how it will work because you know how vellum and glue can be. But I think it could look kind of cool on there because we'll see the background through it. So, you know, it's not a bad idea. Just not sure how it will work. Do we, no, not that one. What? Some, how about bee supplies? That one's on cardstock. I'm not worried about if it gets cut. It's fine, it's fine, everything's fine. Like this. I'm just gonna stick on there. Oops. Remember where I got these. It's fine. See, we added some more layers. Do we want to do it to this one? This one. Do you want to do it that way maybe? Break up some of that, or a lot of that, because it's a fairly big piece. This could also have been part of my first layer. Would have been good for that. But it also works as the second layer. She hasn't done a lot lately, but Jessica, 2 silver oranges, would do this kind of a thing. She would do the layers on layers on layers. So if you want to go watch some of her older videos, you'll know it's her, because she also would use like a damp or almost dry baby wipe to like push them down. Some of you remember. I know you do. I know that some of you remember. Let's put that there. Just break it up a little bit. There we go. Probably need to Ow. Try to move my face. Oh, don't smile. Don't make a snoring whatever sound that was. Alright, this one? Is this where this one could work? I like it with these, but not necessarily with that. Wait on that. Capital Coffee. That'll work. And it's background. So when you cut these up, if something ends up upside down, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's really not. That might be kind of fun there. Although I'll probably go all the way over there. Just adds another layer of interest. We like interest. We like layers. Well, I like layers. I don't know. Do you like layers? I like layers. I like layers. How about you? We like numbers and stuff too. Let's see. Oh, we have the red. I do not like squared off labels. I'm weird like that. I will cut these to be the not equilateral octagon, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep, 8. Not an equilateral octagon, but it's still an octagon. It's got 8 sides. Just there, why not? This will probably have to get glued better because it's cardstock, that's why. In case you're wondering, why does that one have to get glued better? Should I do another frame on one? Maybe the next one? What's the next one? The next one has got the greens and whatnot. Got these yellow in between there, and I'm wondering, I mean, we can cut this down. We could just do the letter E. I think these are tailor-made journals, but I might be wrong. And I might be right, I might be wrong, I might be crazy. I might just be the thing you're looking for. I don't know. I'm going to put another one over here because we also have that color, kind of. And what about one of, I can't, I may regret this. I've already cut too many things today. My hand said no more. No more cutting, but I don't care. I'm gonna anyway. I'll rest after this video, don't worry. I feel like I didn't get to do as much as I did yesterday, but whatever. Oh, but that's the other thing I was gonna get downstairs. I forgot. I was gonna get the big chopper because it might hurt less. We'll see. We'll see if I do that or not. Oh my goodness, go down already. That didn't sound right. Alright. Some of those labels. So I've been cutting my pieces like 3 1/4 by 6 1/4 because that's like the size of Tim Holtz tags. And I thought, you know, that might be kind of nice. And, ooh, that butterfly's pretty. Let's go that way though, because everything else goes that way. Not that it matters, it really doesn't. But look at that, we just covered up all those connections. And if the butterfly gets cut in half, it's not the end of the world. And also 3 by 6 for tags and 4 by 6 for postcards. And then with the smaller, what I've been doing some 3 by 5 and some 2 1/2 by 5 that I then cut the fancy top on, which I would show you if there was one in my line of sight, but there's not. Why would there be? And then also 2 1/2 by 4 because, you know, there's leftover bits. And then any of the smaller pieces I figure I will turn into yeah, how about if we do that? Ooh, that's kind of fun. I'll use like to make clusters and pockets and belly bands and whatnot. And I will show you how I do that when I get to that. I'm just not there yet. Just not there yet. Alright, so this little piece we're going to frame. Stick in part of the frame anyway because it's kind of nice. It's a piece from, is it Woven Dreams? This piece right here. It's from one of Barbara 49 Dragonflies, one of her kits. And let's see, we've got that bright, ooh, not quite a dragonfly, but it's sort of a dragonfly. Do we want to, but we might put it over here. Because it's kind of got that blue and that, see, sometimes you find the pieces that just look really great. You weren't even expecting to find it. There's a rose there, so probably don't want another rose. Let's see, anything with the violet. Ooh, mushrooms. That'd be kind of nice over here. What if we, so I'm hoping that when I cut this, well, this will probably get cut across somewhere, but hopefully that one will be whatever it ends up being on. Alright, this could use a little something to break it up, right? Yeah, maybe that. Just because it also has this pinky color, which is almost red too, which is kind of, guess we'll go that way so the deer's not flying upside down. Since the words on this all go that way. Alright. Nope, that's not all the ones. We also have, I'm not going to cut all these today, but anyway, we also have this one. And this is one I did the other day. And this one. But those will get cut another time. And I'm going to attempt to use this to cut things. And now the fun part. We will blind cut this. Alright, I'm going to trim up my edges, I think, real quick. So, I'm just going like this too, so I don't even know where I start. This is almost 8 inches, so I'm going to cut this way at 6. And hopefully, okay, and then I'll cut this one at 4, so that'll be a postcard, 4 by 6. And I'll cut this one at 3 because that's another size. And yes, I'll end up with a strip, but that's okay. I want them all to have packs of the same size, so it's fine. And in a future video, I'll show how I do that. So now we're at, so this is, all right, let's do 6 1/4. Or, hold on, how wide was this? This is like 4 1/2. 4 1/2, I haven't done any, have I done 4 1/2? No, I've done 4 by 2 1/2. If I do 6, I'm going to end up with 2 and, only about 2 1/2. So I guess I'll do another 3 by 6 so that I can have at least one piece that is, nope. Alright, so we've got 3 tags and we've got a little piece. Is this at least 2 1/2? It is, no, it's less than 2, so I could have done that a little bit bigger. That's okay. But these smaller ones, I'll show you what I can do with them. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn these into something real quick. I've got this, which is super helpful. And I had it, I don't know where it is. I have my fancy topper thing. But we don't need it. It's fine. Alright, so here is the one that will be a postcard, which will most likely just get the corners cut, if anything. That's not, you want the corner. Nope, can't do it. Okay, corners won't get cut. I have a corner punch coming that will hopefully be easier for me to use. So anyway, that's postcard size 4 by 6. These are 3 by 6. And last I checked, I could still use this. I don't know why I can use one and not the other, but. So, we got a tag, and then this one will also be a tag. Which way do I want it to go? Doesn't really matter. Kind of sad that didn't go that way, but you know, that's what happens when you do the, actually, if I do it this way, then this can kind of be a ground for a focal point, so I'll do it that way. You don't have to flip it like that. It's just easier for me to see. So there's another tag. Then this could be like just long tags where I would just use the other corner jumper. Or they could be like labels even. Like if I were to do this on 4 sides. Oh, come on. Why you gotta be difficult? If you do like the tag punch on all 4 sides, must have been thinner paper. I don't know why the first one was so hard to do. Oh, come on. There you go. Now it's kind of like a label shape, but it also could just be a little tag piece that you stick in a pocket. And this, I think I will just cut down and do, let's see, do we want to do the small one? Oh, we'll do the medium one again. Ow. Okay, sometimes, this is why I had it upside down, sometimes I don't get it in the middle, so it doesn't do it quite right. But anyway, so that could be kind of a label, and this could just be, see, it has to go in that little thing there, and sometimes if I'm doing it upside down, I think it ends up like that, so it doesn't cut quite right. This flower is going to be, well, it could be sideways. It's fine. It could be a little tag like that. It's fine. It's fine. Put a little animal on there. It'll be cute. Cute as can be. So we got little things to go in pockets, or we could even layer pieces on top of each other to make a bigger pocket or build out a belly band or whatever. And then 2 3 by 6 tags and a 4 by 6 postcard kind of a deal. Let's see. Yes, doing a 4 by 6 postcard does take up a big chunk of it, and I don't know, what do you guys like? Okay, so, alright, this one, I don't really need to do the edges quite so much, and this is 11, so I'm gonna go 3 1/4, by 6 1/4, because I'm still trying to get some of those tag wise. Which this is a little over 4, so yes, I am going to cut this down. And I will end up with some little strips. It's fine. 4 by 2.5, because those are the sizes that I've picked. So yes, I will end up with extra bits, but I will use them somewhere. Don't worry about it. And so this is at least 5. Let me just trim off this thing so it could be 5. So I'll do as many 3-inch ones, 5 by 3 as I can, and then I will do. Why does that look so crooked? Well, oh well, 5 by 3 are some of the sizes. Just make that as straight as we can. No matter what cutter I use, it never seems perfectly straight. It's annoying. 5 by 3. And what size is this? Because if it's 5, just about 5, so I'm going to do 2.5. So that one I can do the fancy topper thing. So I got more tags out of this one. And let me find my fancy topper thing that I'm talking about so you can know what I'm talking about. It was just here. Ooh, and every time I look up to press the pause and unpause button, it hurts my face. I know, weird, isn't it? Is this the 2.5 one? All right, I kind of want that to go the right direction. So this can do a 1.5, a 2, and a 2.5. Is it worth getting? No, you don't have to get it. It's fine. Just doing the regular tab tops is just fine. But I have it, so I'm going to use it. So there's that. All right, this is upside right this way, and also I like the darker on the bottom usually. It gives your focal point something to stand on. And so I'm going to go that way. Make sure it's up there all the way. And then push it down. I may have to hire somebody to help me do those. And then it gives you a hole in everything. So there we have done 2 tags. And the 3 by 5 ones I've just been leaving so that whoever gets them could turn them into a tag, or they could turn them into a pocket or a journal card or whatever. So that's just the 3 by 5 sizes that I've been doing. And this is a 4 by 2.5, and I have been making those into tags because they make a nice little tag. And then the 6 1/4 by 3 1/4, which is what, like a number 8 or something like that. That's probably supposed to be a 9, but that's okay. It's a 6 now. That's the nice thing about that number. It can be whatever you want it to be. I just kind of like this for if you had a focal point, like an animal or something, that could be like what it stands on, or Tim Holtz person or whatever. Paper doll. Ow. The aw sound is painful. Alright, so that's what those look like. Nice and grungy. Really cool. I like them. Alright, what did we do with the first pile? I don't know. Guess we won't be able to look at them all at the end because I've put them in a weird place and they've disappeared forever and ever. Amen. Should we do one more? I don't know. Can my hand handle one more? We're at like 53 minutes. Which one of these did we... Oh, we did this one. Oh, of course, now we're to the ones that we did. Let's do this one real quick. Of course, if I go back through and fast forward the cutting part, then, but I don't know. Then it would be shorter. Oh, I need to trim the edge. I just want to make sure. I try to make sure it's flush against there and just give myself a flush, straight edge. All right. What are we starting with? 3. I do like, oh, let's trim that edge. Oh my word, just making it longer, trimming edges without pausing. Well, if it didn't hurt to put my head up to pause, that would be fine. But no, it hurts. Everybody hurts sometimes. Let's do the 3 1/4 again. Oh, come on. You gotta do me so bad. Ugh. 6 1/4. I have to glue that bit. So we got, what is it, number 8 tag? I don't know, the little piece. And 5 or 6. Let's do a couple of 3x6s maybe. And then we can have a belly band. Belly band. 3x6. Three by 6. I like that size tag. It's just so nice. And then if you have like 12x12 paper, you get like 6 tags out of that paper. And this is not quite 2.5. I'm gonna make it 5, I think. I mean, I could have just left it, but I don't mind if there's a little extra piece. Oops. So 2 3/4. Okay, this is a little bit harder to do. So we got some of that there. I want the darker part. It's a little bit harder to center it when it's not like exact. Especially if I can't quite see. So sometimes after I do this, I have to go back in. Nope, that one did okay. You just have to center it the best you can to get that happening. And then this is, which way do I want it? It doesn't really matter. I think I want it this way. I mean, I could just not do the tag part and whoever gets them could decide. But, you know, I figured I'll have some for the live sales and some in my shop. Kind of do them packs of 5, packs of 10. You know, so there'll be different price points. Some will be gel plate, some will be collage, which also means that they will be, let's just do this one, the medium one. What was I saying? I don't know. Mixed media, anyway. Even the collage ones have some painty papers and gel plate prints on them. So that might make it fun. And then this one turned into a ticket as well. Ticket shape, just by, when you can just do this by cutting off the corners. You can, if you have like a gift card or whatever and you cut corners that size you like, then you don't have to buy one of these. I mean, this is about $8, $6 to $8 depending on where you get it. And I have seen people get these off of Amazon. I think that there goes that way. So, but not this brand. This is the Stampin' Up brand. This one that my aunt got me. It was being discontinued. So, and I could use that side too. And then we have just a little strip. So, like for a belly band, I might just take one of these little strips and add it to the belly band, you know, or coming off a pocket, I might add some strips coming off the pocket or whatever. Just different things. So that's what we got from that page. And we have these ones. We saw them all then, right? Hopefully, because I don't know where the other pile went. So anyway, so we did about 3 pages. My hands are done for today. Can't do any more. I would put the other ones up here, but do you guys know where I put them? I don't know where I put them. That's dumb. I'm losing stuff all the time. I moved stuff to make room for stuff, but that was before I cut the first ones. What is wrong with me? Anyway, so most of these are going to go either to the live sales or my shop. Normally they would go into my to-do box, but my to-do box is so full that that's just not going to happen. And then tomorrow, or hopefully later today, but probably tomorrow, I'll do more collaging. I'm just trying to get through scraps and prepare for September's live sale. It's been my priority this week. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a delightful day. I love you guys. Bye.